Easy guys, how's it going? It's Roll with the Punches and we are back on Grief with my next tip for you. So obviously this video follows directly on from last week's, which was all about whoring up them points so that you can buy the Galvanuckles or buy Jug first. And this one's really just going to show you how I perform with the Galvanuckles, how I build up my points, and how I then go on to buy my perks, because I think that the perks are more important than any gun you could possibly get out of that horrible box. I think that the most important thing to do when you're on Grief is to perk up as early as possible, because it gives you that assurance that you're less likely to go down, you're more likely to be in a stronger position later on. And also, if you think about it, once you've got all your perks, then you can literally just focus on the box as much as you want, or whatever else you want to focus on. Because if you're boxing all the time, obviously it's going to stick in the back of your mind, oh my god, I need some points to get Jug, I need some points for this, I need some points for that. So perk up first. It's the safest and easiest way to do it, and at the end of the day, points are easy to come by if you just do it in the right way. If you do it in the wrong way, it becomes a bit more difficult. So as you just saw, I've gone and picked up Jug, and that's literally just to give me that reassurance that I'm going to be safe, I'm not going to go down. We all know that those freakish downs happen when the goddamn double swipe or oh my god, the zombies got commando. They happen. And we all get frustrated at it, and we all moan and bitch like little kids about how the freaking commando zombie killed us. So just buy Jug. It just makes so much sense to. If you don't feel comfortable buying the Galvas first, and you think that you can't last without Jug, buy Jug first, and then buy the Galvanuckles. Because at the end of the day, it's all about making sure you feel comfortable and safe, and like you're less likely to go down, really. Because in Grief, yeah, it is about getting the other team down, but most importantly, it's about not going down yourself. So I'd recommend buying Jug first. As you've probably just seen here, I've bought Quick Revive, and then I've hopped over and bought Double Tap. Now, I do it this way because I've got the Galvanuckles, and I'm actually already building points, and I don't really need Double Tap if I've got the Galvanuckles, because I'm not even using bullets. But if you're going to do it the other way round, and you're going to buy Jug first, and then you're going to focus on the rest of your perks and then getting the Galvanuckles, buy Double Tap first, because it halves the number of bullets that you're actually using, which means you're spending half as many points on ammo or on the box, meaning you can actually spend more of your points on perking up, because at the end of the day, perking up is actually more important than boxing, believe it or not. So as you can see, I've got Quick Revive, a drop in a Quick Punch, and you quickly revive, and you just get out of the way and just make sure that you're safe, you're clear, and you've got plenty of space there. And I think with Quick Revive there is always enough time to revive anyone, whatever the kind of position they're in, unless someone chucks a massive chunk of meat at you. You should be alright, put it that way. So that's the way that I buy those two. So if I go for Galvas first, I get Quick Revive. If not, then I go for Double Tap in order to save more points, so I can build them quicker. But then the final perk. Now, one thing I want to mention before I talk about Speed Cola, because obviously Speed Cola is going to be my final perk. You know, it's so good in the fact that you can reload so quickly. For some reason it costs more than Jug. Doesn't make sense to me either. But I want to talk about Stamina Up. Now, Stamina Up is a massively underrated perk. A lot of people think, oh my god, but it just makes you walk faster. What's the point? Well, actually, it's not just that. It actually comes included with lightweight, so you sprint quicker, and that makes a massive difference, especially when there's a tiny little gap in between a train of zombies and you want to fit through it. You have so much more chance if you've got stamina. So what I would recommend to you is, if you're in a party of 4, say to you guys, right, let's have 2 people who are pretty strong be medics, and then if anyone goes down, they can pick them up. And then the other 2 can pick up Stamina Up, because Stamina Up is a great perk to have. And then just the guys with Stamina Up, just don't even focus on reviving. Let those who've got Quick Revive, you know what they're doing, do it, because it just makes everyone's lives a bit easier. So obviously then you'll see me here. I'm even rebuilding windows, which you may think, What's the point? What is the point in rebuilding? Well, rebuilding Windows is still building up your points, and it's still increasing, you know, the number of points you've got so that you can buy perks. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, at the end of round 8, I have got all my perks and I have got Galvanicles. Now, in total, that's going to cost you 15,500 points. I can almost guarantee you the other guys in here are not going to have built up 15,500 points as quickly as I have. So that is why I'm giving it as a personal recommendation. So I hope that's been really helpful for you. If it has, please drop a like on it. You probably know we always appreciate it, because we're a brand new channel and we're really trying to get ourselves out there, and it makes a huge difference to us. The question of the week is, what do you prefer to do? Do you prefer Jug? Do you prefer the Galvanicles? Let me know in the comments box so I can sort of get an idea of what kind of players you are. And the final thing is, hit that subscribe button so that you can keep in touch with all of our content. But anyway, for the time being, I've been Roll with the Punches, and I'll see you on my next video.